Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Joan Vassos hopes to bring back the vigor, love, drive, and energy of the show. The Golden Bachelorette's premiere is rapidly approaching. Star Joan Vassos is undoubtedly determined to achieve a lot with her first season of the spin-off The Golden Bachelor. Is excited to bring back the energy, love, drive, and vitality of Bachelor Nation during her season. Acknowledging the challenge. Certainly, Joan Vasos' endeavor to win Jerry Turner over on The Golden Bachelor was not without its setbacks. However, Joan has welcomed her role as the first-ever Golden Bachelorette and accepted her announcement. Sadly, there are worries about the franchise following the conclusion of Bachelor Nation's Bachelorette, starring Jen Tran. Moreover, they are encountering criticism since the year began with the first-ever Golden Bachelor wedding, which regrettably ended in just 3 months. Undoubtedly, with the chaos in 2024, this is a difficult time to enter the Bachelor world. However, things haven't completely gone wrong. Joey Graziadei, the Bachelor, and his fiancée, Kelsey Anderson, are still together. Joan Vassos is willing to take on the task of bringing back the energy, passion, drive, and vitality of the brand, though. Joan Vassos instills a new sensation. Even though Joan Vassos is bravely accepting the job of sending good energies to Bachelor Nation, she is nevertheless a little nervous. "I'm having all the feels," she confessed to Jesse Palmer as she got ready for the show's taping. "I never in a million years imagined I would be back here," she continues. It feels familiar because she appeared on The Golden Bachelor around a year ago. However, a family emergency ended her effort at love. She is now the center of attention as the 24 men woo her. The age range of her suitors is 57 to 69 years old. She fortunately gets to choose among a U.S. Navy captain, a retired UN agency director, a rancher, an emergency room physician, and even Kelsey Anderson's fan-favorite father by passing over Jerry. Bachelor Nation is looking for a good or better turnout for the upcoming spin-off, given the success of The Golden Bachelor. However, there are concerns about how Jen Tran, the first Asian American bachelorette, is being treated, which raises doubts about whether the program will receive the necessary number of viewers. However, Joan Vassos is ready to infuse the franchise with a lovely glow. Joan Vassos hopes to bring back energy, passion, drive, and vitality on her show. Even though Joan Vassos, the Golden Bachelorette, has experienced hardship in the past, she is prepared to demonstrate that aging can be graceful. Sadly, after 32 years of marriage, Margaret lost her spouse John to cancer. In a video interview, she talked about the suffering and said, "I felt like I was living on an island. I felt so alone. I thought people would set me up with guys, but that didn't happen." She also says to her admirers, "The world is not easy. Couples make up the world. However, love is something that we are all due." However, she is embracing a non-conventional approach to finding love. She continues, "I feel so lucky that I was picked to do this. I've gained a lot of knowledge about who I am and how this world finds love." She also understands that John is pleased to see her take a fresh approach. "My late husband John would love this," she remarks. She further adds, "He was a huge fan of reality TV. He's probably watching us right now and remarking, 'That's my wife down there.'" Her intention is to show the audience that older people still have plenty of energy, romantic drive, and physical vitality. According to Y. Entertainment, Joan Vassos continues, "I want this to be about everyone else, not about me. My intention is for this to convey a message of hope." Unmistakably, the administrator at the institution states, "I love hearing people say that watching The Golden Bachelor gave them a new sense of hope. People assume that as we get older, we'll step down and start providing support for the next generation, our kids and grandchildren. I wanted more than that, therefore I felt bad about it." The Bachelor Nation reacts. In addition, the network is helping Joan Vassos with her projects. Following the divorce of Jerry Turner and Teresa Nist, the executive producers and showrunners of The Bachelor, Bennett Grebner and Claire Freeland, responded to inquiries on concerns regarding the show's ratings. "We're always disappointed when one of our couples doesn't work out," they retorted. But the reality of life outside of television screens is the same as that of the Bachelor franchise. Marriages don't always endure forever. They do, however, commend Joan for her enthusiasm in taking on the position. "We were fortunate that so many of the women from Jerry's first season were deserving of the title of Golden Bachelorette," they go on. "We could have made a fantastic season with any one of them," the writer continues. "Still, we couldn't help but return to Joan. She merited another opportunity." Joan Vassos recognizes the journey of Jerry and Teresa. Joan Vassos also agrees that it would be incorrect to minimize Jerry and Teresa's trip. Joan affirmed, "I do know that their love was very real. You were aware of the letdown in the outcome. I simply have a gut feeling that we ought to show them grace and empathy. Their separation wasn't simple. She isn't looking for a man to make moves for her. I simply want to finish this journey with a significant other, who I may or may not be engaged to," she declares. However, "We are able to continue our connection outside of the Bachelor cast." She stated, "I wanted to see what was effective and what wasn't," as she got ready. "I asked Jerry and the other bachelorettes for advice. Considering that this would be the most significant adventure of my life, I wanted to be well prepared." Threatened while producers work to correct mistakes. Bachelor Nation is in danger, even if the Golden Bachelorette is about to premiere its inaugural season. The production team is reviewing before the season premiere in an attempt to salvage the season following some recent missteps, even as Joan Vassos and her suitors wrap up filming. There are already difficulties for the Golden Bachelorette. The new kid on the block is already the target of taunts. There is a mad dash to have the Golden Bachelorette cleaned up for the season even before it airs. Joan Vassos is unquestionably elegant and the ideal face for the upcoming spin-off. Yet Bachelor Nation is under criticism right now. Unmistakably, producers are circling around doing damage control after Jen Tran's season finale on The Bachelorette. Similarly, the brand is a little fragile following the shock of the unannounced divorce between the first Golden Bachelor, Jerry Turner, and his winning lady Teresa Nist. Golden Bachelorette under threat, while producers work to correct mistakes. The awful treatment of Jen Tran, the first Asian American lead, on Bachelor Nation has drawn criticism. In addition to the fact that there was a chance to highlight Asian American culture more, Jen had the worst males. Though some were simply eccentric, the true problem was that a few of her group were self-centered and frequently neglected to give her their full attention. Similarly, the season concluded with a terrifying denouement that repeatedly broke Jen's heart. Before the last rose ceremony, Devin Strader and Marcus Schauberg, her last choices, both harbored reservations. Although Jen found it painful to send Marcus home, she had to move on. Then, everything about proposing to Devin was spectacular. Well, except for having to relive it because of a phone call that had broken up prior to the broadcast. Jen's forced to endure a painful playback of the engagement on live TV infuriated a lot of Bachelor Nation viewers. But in light of how poorly her season was handled, some fans are beginning to doubt whether they will treat Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos well. To restore the franchise's credibility, producers are in turn going back and rewatching the material. Is there a false belief regarding the Golden Bachelorette? Furthermore, there was disagreement among Bachelor Nation viewers on Jen Tran's portrayal of the Bachelorette. Many initially believed Daisy Kent or Maria Jorgas would be chosen. In addition, a lot of spectators preferred Faith Martin, Leslie Fima, or perhaps Susan Knowles to be the first Golden Bachelorette, even though Joan Vassos was the chosen one. Some fans are worried that because of this resemblance, some of Joan's suitors may have applied to the show with an alternative lead in mind. Similar to how Sam McKinney in The Bachelorette struggled to explain why he liked Jen, that problem surfaced. But it raises a problem that would recur if any of Joan's men applied with an eye on a different leading lady. Producers race to restore the franchise's image. The Golden Bachelor's newest spin-off is scheduled to debut on September 18, 2024, which is next week. The voyage of Joan Vassos promises to offer a novel perspective on aging gracefully. However, supporters fear that Bachelor Nation could treat her just as badly as they treated Jen Tran. Even though the Golden Bachelorette's filming is finished, there is still time to fix any editing that might portray Joan negatively. The creators are aware that in order to maintain viewership, the franchise needs to adapt to their tastes. Joan is unquestionably a firecracker who is eager to begin her road toward love. Her goal is to bring back the passion and admiration for older men and women who are dating. She also thinks she possesses the enthusiasm for life that Bachelor Nation lacks. Her message to America is that life is valuable no matter how old you get. If the makers looked for Joan during her voyage, only time will tell. Fans should hopefully give the new show an opportunity to succeed. A glimpse of Joan Vassos in a white bikini. Before the premiere of the first episode of the Bachelor Nation spin-off, Joan Vassos, the Golden Bachelorette lead, shocks fans. Unquestionably, in the most recent teaser for the next event, the classy woman stuns viewers by rocking a white bikini. Joan Vassos exudes good energies. Unquestionably, following the conclusion of The Bachelorette with Jen Tran, Bachelor Nation needs to undertake a lot of damage control. Joan Vassos, the Golden Bachelorette's secret weapon, is present in the new series. She truly is the embodiment of optimism. She is up for the challenge of reviving the way people see love for older couples, having spent her career as a school administrator pouring into the hearts of tomorrow's young. More importantly, though, is that she is prepared to take on any challenge. In this case, the possibility of contributing to Bachelor Nation's declining ratings. Despite her overall elegance, professionalism, and maturity, she nevertheless has a flirty side that even her children find surprising. She is going all out as she prepares for the premiere of the Golden Bachelorette's first season. Fans may see Joan looking carefree and slaying in a white bikini in the most recent teaser. A glimpse of Joan Vassos in a white bikini. A new clip featuring Joan Vassos enjoying her dates was released on Instagram by Bachelor Nation. The Golden Bachelorette is teasing the upcoming season, which premieres next week, to get fans psyched. I just wanted to hold her hand the whole time we were talking. The user writes in the caption, crying even though the episode hasn't been released yet. After seeing a preview of her meal with Joan's family, fans can now witness her having fun with her new gentleman callers. First, September 18th is listed as the debut date in the video. Joan then states in the video, "If I saw another 61-year-old woman looking for love, I'd be like, you deserve it," demonstrating her moral principles. She believes in herself as well, so she doesn't merely support others when they succeed. She also expresses trust in the procedure by adding, "I deserve it too." On one day, however, admirers got to witness Joan holding hands while the caption says, "She's taking the first steps." It also depicts her spinning around the dance floor beside a different suitor, adding, "For another opportunity at love." She hopes to find new love after having to leave the Golden Bachelor early. At this moment in the film, she and one of her men are jumping off a boat and enjoying themselves to the fullest. She doesn't appear timid, though, as seen by the small white bikini she's wearing along with her flippers and diving mask. She wants people to understand how joyful life can be when one is in their 60s or even older, and she takes pride in the way she looks. Taking full use of life. While the teaser for the Golden Bachelorette continues, Joan Vassos and her companion go under the ocean to explore their underwater paradise, drawing nearer and making splashes with one another. "I think I'll find somebody who will create just another amazing chapter in my life," she declares. Notably, she lost her 32-year marriage to John due to cancer, but she is aware that he would want her to find love once more. "I believe in love at first sight," says a different suitor. He walks in like this, his eyes hidden behind a gilded mask. He smiles then as she pulls it to show him her face. If it's really love at first sight for both of them, time will tell. Later, a male can be heard saying, "I just wanted to hold her hand the whole time we were talking," as Joan is shown dancing in the snow, and the two sway in a passionate embrace.